Have you ever met one of those couples who have the same first initial and they're so cute it makes you sick? I love you, Taryn and Tim. This is a Brothers Grimm fairy tale with one such couple. Jorinda and Joringel, whose names I'm definitely going to mix up at some point.
Fucked up fairy tales with Liz.
Ding! Once upon a time, there lived an old woman in the forest who was an incredible sorceress. During the day, she preferred to bop around her castle in the form of a cat or an owl, but during the night she'd be her old lady self. She loved to collect things. She had a huge outdoor statue collection, as well as an aviary with 7,000 rare birds. Here's the thing, the statues were all men who had trespassed on her property. She'd freeze them there in place until she got sick of them. And the birds were all women who had done the same thing. But she kept those poor chicks. It didn't matter if you purposefully or accidentally ended up in the sorceress's yard. She was just happy to add you to her collection. Well, don't judge me. How many Stanley Cups or Funko Pops do you own? At least my collection is earth-friendly. Now, the sorceress and her predilection for people napping were well known in the area. So residents did try to avoid her property when walking in the woods, but the old lady had some tricks up her sleeve. One day, a young betrothed couple took a walk in the woods to enjoy some alone time together. The young woman was named Jorinda, and she was the most beautiful girl in town. Her beau was named Joringel. He was fine. Jorinda, darling, we have to make sure we don't walk past that castle.
Of course, dear. Oh, listen to the turtle doves singing. It's so beautiful. I could cry.
It is beautiful. Oh, Jorinda, I suddenly feel so sad.
It's the song of the turtle doves.
I don't think it is. It's like I'm enchanted. Oh my God, the castle is right next to us.
How did that get there?
Suddenly, Jorinda began singing as if in a trance.
My little bird with the necklace red sings sorrow, sorrow, sorrow. He sings that the dove must soon be dead. Sings sorrow, sorrow, sorrow.
Before her lover's eyes, Jorinda transformed into a nightingale. A great horned owl swooped in and flew around the nightingale 3 times.
Jorinda! Jorinda!
Joringel cried out to his bird girlfriend in vain, for he had frozen still. He watched as the owl transformed into the ugliest broad he had ever seen. The old sorceress caught Jorinda Gale in a basket and brought her inside to the castle. Eventually she came back and began uttering a spell over Joringel. I summon thee, Angel Zadriel. This man shall stay still until the moon shines down upon my basket. No sooner shall he be freed. In that moment, moonlight hit the basket, and Joringel was free to move again. He begged the old sorceress to free his girlfriend.
Please, madam, Jorinda is my one true love.
There's plenty of birds in the trees, boy. Find a new one. She's mine.
Oh, what's to become of me?
I don't know, but with those theatrics, you might consider the stage. Bye! Joringel did not return home. Instead, he went to another village where he became a shepherd. He worked there and mourned the loss of his love for a long time. But then he received some very helpful information in a prophetic dream. Find the red flower with the large pearl inside its petals. It will free your girlfriend. Also, it's high school graduation, and you're naked.
Oh, man, not again.
With that spare information to go off of, Joringel began his search for the red flower. And it only took him 9 days to find it, which I think is very lucky. Actually, it's really lucky he had that dream in the first place. Who is looking out for this guy? Zadriel? Anyway, the flower allowed Joringel to enter the castle without freezing on the spot. He made his way to the aviary, which must have been a sight to see. I mean, 7,000 birds? That sorceress must have been using magic to keep that place clean, and talk about a racket. When the sorceress caught Joringel, she was furious. The flower was like a force field, keeping her at bay.
My word, there must be more than 100 nightingales in this room. How am I going to find my girl? Why do you need so many birds anyway? Why do you need so many Pokemon cards? Okay, first off, those have sentimental value. You don't even play! And their monetary value will increase over time. Why are we fighting? To distract ya, you dull crayon!
The sorceress tried to sneak away, but Joringel reached out and touched her basket with the red flower. In doing so, he erased the woman's magical abilities, and Jorinda transformed back to herself. He and Jorinda went about freeing the other bird girls, and soon the aviary was full of 7,000 traumatized ladies.
So, my darling, what was it like being a bird?
I don't want to talk about it. Having freed everyone, the couple returned home, where they lived happily, and I assume had kids that they named Jerome, Jordan, and Jariah, and started a family band called the Jories. The end. Thank you to patron Billy for this request. Yes, this was a patron pick, and if you want to move your favorite fairy tale to the top of my list, well, join us over there. It's just $5 a month to order me around and binge all my extra content.
Tired of your favorite creators not showing up on your FYP? Try saving the video, commenting, liking, and even letting the video play a couple times. It may help. Maybe. I don't know. There's no pleasing Dictator Al.
Thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next fucked up fairy tale.
My eyes got really dry.